What is up, guys? We are facing the Sinister Six on Expert Mode with Peter Parker Spider-Man. So for this scenario, we're going to have the Sinister Six villains attacking us, and the only way to win is to escape. So we have light at the end trap here. When we remove all the threat from here, we can flip it over to the light at the end chase side. And whenever we can remove all of the threat from here, then we can win the game and escape. So light at the end side scheme will start off with 10 threat plus hindered 10. So it's actually going to have 20 threat on here. And the main scheme will start off with 2 threat. And with the main scheme setup, we can choose 2 of the Sinister Six and put them into play. So let's put our favorite ones, Doc Ock and Hobgoblin here. And these will be set aside. The active counter will go onto the villain with the lowest activation order. So Doc Ock, activation order 1. So he will be the active villain. Let's shuffle up the encounter deck here. And then let's shuffle up our player deck. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, I think we definitely want to keep Coulson and the under surveillance and these resources here. So let's discard mulligan 2 cards and then draw 2 more. Okay, well, we got our web combo down here too. Okay, let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be a double for a total of 3, so we can play Agent Coulson here. When he enters play, search your deck and discard off for a preparation card and add it to your hand. So let's get a Spycraft to our hand here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and flip over to Spiderman. We can use Spycraft as a resource to play the War of the Great Web. Attach the character with Spiderman style. Let's give the Spiderman. We get the Web War trait, and when Web War ally leaves play, we get +1 attack to the end of the phase. We can play the Web of Life and Destiny here for free. Ignore this card's resource cost. If your identity has a Web War trait, we have that trait now with the War of the Great Web. When a Web War ally leaves play, we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. Let's use this as a double resource to play Under Surveillance and attach it to the main scheme. This will increase the target threat value of the main scheme by 4. So instead of it flipping at 8, it's going to flip at a 12 now. So that'll give us some breathing room. Okay, and let's see. We're going to have Coulson thwart for 2 from the main scheme. That'll clear this off. He will take a consequential damage. Spider-Man is going to swing for 2 at Hobgoblin. So he has 9 hit points. He has 7 left now. That will end our turn. So let's ready back up and then draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is the villain's turn. We're going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. Doc Ock is the active villain, so he's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw 1 card. So we're drawing a card here. It is a forced response. After Doc Ock attacks and damages you, place 1 threat on each scheme, and then move the active counter to the next villain in the activation order. Let's see, should we take the attack from Doc Ock? I think let's defend it here. So it's hitting with the base of 2. We're defending for 3. He gets 1 boost card, which is just 1. So he's hitting for 3, and we fully blocked it for 3. So nothing will happen with his force response because he must damage us. And then we get 1 face down and counter card, which is Team Leader. Attach to the villain with the lowest activation order value, so Doc Ock. He now has a crisis icon, so while Doc Ock is in play, we cannot remove threat from the main scheme. Okay. So we definitely have to play a swing web kick to get rid of Doc Ock. And then, is there anything else that we can do after we do that? I don't think we can do much with this hand. We could play the one way or another and then draw 3. I think that is the play. So let's play one way or another. Hero action, search and count it for a side scheme and review that side scheme. So I'm not sure what side schemes are here. That cannot be removed. Okay, let's put out the brute force barricade here. So victory 1. And then threat cannot be removed from other side schemes. So we can't remove any threat from light at the end while we have the brute force barricade in play here. And this will have 9 threat on it. Okay, and then we can resolve one way or another and then draw 3 cards now. Okay. Let's see, I think we want to get down an Avengers Mansion, and then we want to definitely still play the swing web kick. so we can get rid of Doc Ock. Actually, that might even be to play for this turn. Okay, let's first use, we could flip over to use Moon Girl's effect and just get more momentum going. Okay, so if we do that, we have Moon Girl here, and we don't play the Avengers Mansion. Let's see. If we use this as the 3 resources to play the swing web kick, we can flip over and still Moon Girl up. Okay, let's do that. So let's use this as 3 resources so we can play a swinging web kick. And we're going to hit Doc Ock for 8. That will defeat him because he has 8 hit points. So this will be discarded here, so we can remove that from the main scheme now. And then when defeated, remove 4 threat from a side scheme. 7 instead, if there are no other villains in play. There are with Hobgoblin, so we can remove 4 threat from a side scheme. Let's get that off of this side scheme here. And Doc Ock will be set aside with other villains here because we knocked him back a little bit with the swinging web kick. Okay, next let's flip over to Peter Parker. Use Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be 2 more mental resources for a total of 3. So we can play Moon Girl. We only play her if we have the champion or genius trait. We are Genius Peter Parker. After you play Moon Girl from hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for. We use 3, so we're drawing 3 cards here. Okay, and then I think we actually want to get the B cup down this turn. So let's use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card because the power of justice can count as a double to put down a B cup here. We can exhaust B cup to move 1 threat from the scheme over to it. So let's get 1 from the main over to the B cup. And then Coulson and Moon Girl will both thwart for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 from this side scheme here to bring this down to 1. And they will both take consequential damage. Okay, that will end our turn, so let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 6, keeping everything else in our hand. Okay, and then Hobgoblin is now the active villain. Okay, so it's a villain's turn, adding 1 threat to the main scheme. Hobgoblin is scheming with a base of 2 plus a boost card here of 3, so he's in scheme for 5. Okay, and then we get 1 face down encounter card, which is Gang Up. This card gains Surge and Alter Ego. We got an advance. Okay, so Hobgoblin is going to scheme again with a base of 2 plus a boost card here of 0. So he's just scheming for 2. This will go up to 8. And luckily we do have the under surveillance here. So the target threat value of this scheme is 12, so it won't flip until 12. Okay, and it's back to our turn. Okay, let's see. First, let's use Scientist to generate a mental resource. And then this would be 2 more resources for a total of 3 for a yellow card to play Pavitri here. Whenever he enters play, we can remove 1 threat from the scheme for each web war card we control. So we have the Web of Life and Destiny, Peter Parker because of the War of the Great Web, and Pavitri, so 3 threat going off of the main scheme here. And then let's flip over to Spiderman. And I think let's use the Quinn Care as a resource to play our web shooters here. Let's have 3 web counters. And then let's exhaust the web shooters to generate 1 resource. To play Endurance, this will increase our max hit points by 3. So we're going from 10 up to 13. And then let's exhaust B Cup to move 1 threat from this over to B Cup to clear off the side scheme. It's a victory 1, so it just gets removed from the game and put into the victory display instead of going back into the encounter card discard pile here. And then let's see here, Spider-Man's going to swing for 2 at the Hobgoblin. So 2 more damage is 4 total damage and 5 hit points left with a max hit point of a 9. And then I think we want to do some thwarting for sure. Let's have Pavitri thwart for 1 from the main scheme. Bring it down from 5 to 4. Pavitri takes a consequential damage. Coulson will thwart for 2 to bring this down to 2. Coulson takes a consequential damage and he is defeated here. Okay, that will end our turn. Let's keep Moon Girl just in case we need her for future turns. Ready everyone back up. Keeping the back flip in our hand and drawing back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is the villain's turn. They're going to add 1 threat to the main scheme here. Hobgoblin attacks us, Spider Sense activates, so we can draw a card. Let's take the attack. It's him with a base of, actually, he's him with a base of, yeah, let's take it anyways. Him with a base of 1 plus a boost card of 2, so it's going to be doing 3 damage. We can use a back here. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent all that damage. So his force response will not activate because he has to attack and do damage to us. And then we get 1 face down encounter card, which is Exhaustion. Surge and exhaust your identity. I think we want to cancel it. No, it's okay. So we get exhausted here, and that will surge into another encounter card. Eviction notice. Oh man, okay. So you may choose to flip over, and then we can't exhaust ourselves because we're already exhausted. Discard one card ran from your hand and gain surge. Okay, so it says you may flip to offer eagle form. Let's do that. We're flipping over to Peter, and discard one card at random from your hand, and this card gains surge. So we are losing the enhanced fire sense here, which is okay. Let's get discarded, surge into another card. From every direction, in expert mode, this card gains surge. When you place one threat on the main scheme for each enemy in play. So just one enemy, one threat on the main, that surges as well. Attached to the villain with the highest activation order value, so him, he gets X equal to number of villains in play. So he gets just +1 attack here. So he's gonna have a base of 2 now. And it's back to our turn. Okay, so the reason we wanted to flip over to Peter was to use Scientist to get that mental resource. Let's use Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be a second resource. We can play SPDR down. And then let's go ahead and flip over back to Spiderman here. And we can't do anything with these cards in our hand because there's not enough resources right now. So this guy has 4 damage, 5 hit points left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna be short if we're attacking him. So let's have SPDR swing for 1. So he now has 5 damage, and SPDR will take a consequential damage. Okay. Next, let's have Exhaust Beacop to move 1 threat from the main scheme over. Beacop now has 3 threat on here. And then Pavitri is going to thwart for 1 from here as well. He will take a consequential damage. And then that will end our turn. Let's ready back up. Let's keep these in our hand, I believe, yeah. And then draw back up to our hand size. Actually, let's get rid of the swing web kick here. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. We have enough damage without it, and there's only 1 villain in play. Okay, so it is Hobgoblin's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activate, so we can draw a card here. And then, do we have anything? We don't. I think we want actually Moongrove to defend here. No, I think she gives us more versatility. So let's have her defend. Yeah. So Moongrove is blocking. Hobgoblin is hitting with the base of 2 plus the boost card here of 3 for 5 damage. Moongrove is defeated. Nothing happens with that, with his force response, because Spiderman didn't take damage. And we get 1 face down encounter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. So we're gonna add 4 to here. This goes up to 24. Okay, and it is back to our turn here. Let's see. Okay, first. I think we want to get, okay, let's draw some cards with these Web Warriors first. Okay, so first, Pavitri is going to thwart for 1 from this side scheme. He will take a consequential damage, and he is defeated. We can draw a card with the effect of the Web of Life and Destiny because a Web Warrior ally left play. Next, SPDR is going to thwart for 2, also from this side scheme here, to bring us down to 21. She's going to take 2 consequential damage, and that is excess consequential damage. So with her effect, she can return back to our hand. And we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect, because another Web Warrior ally left play. With the effect of the War of the Great Web, Spiderman gets +2 attack for this phase because 2 Web Warrior allies left play, and Pavitri and SPDR. So he's going to swing for 4 at the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin has 4 hit points left, so he's defeated. This will get discarded, and he will get set aside again. When he's defeated, remove 4 threat from the side scheme, 7 threat instead if there are no other villains in play. So we can take off 7 threat from the side scheme right here. So let's take 10 off and put a 3 back on. So this now has 14 threat. Okay, and then it is still our turn. We want to try to do something. Oh, we can't attack with SPR this turn, which is not great. I think, let's see, how many cards we have left? We have 3 more cards left in the deck. So we want to discard some stuff before we get another deck cycle going. I don't think we're going to need Aunt May for this game. And then we want to get rid of the backflip here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's use this as 4 resources here so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. We're going to pick the one to draw 3. So we're drawing 3 cards here. Since we decked out, we get a face down encounter card. And then let's shuffle up the discard pile here. Back into the deck. Okay. Next, we can just max out on allies here. Let's use this as 2 resources, so we can play Ironheart. When she enters play from your hand, we can draw 1 card. So let's draw a card. Got strength here, which is really good actually. So let's use this as 3 resources, so we can play a second Beat Cop. We can exhaust both Beat Cops to get 2 threat off of the main scheme. And then let's use the Web Shoes to generate 1 resource. This would be a second resource to play SPDR back down again. Okay, and then Nick Fury and Ironheart will thwart for a total of 1, 2, 3 from this side scheme to get 3 threat off. They will both take consequential damage. That ends our turn, so we're going to ready everyone back up here. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is the villain's turn. They're going to add 1 threat to the main scheme, and then they're going to attack. Force interrupt with the main scheme. When a villain would activate, if no villain is in play, resolve this card's ambush ability. So, ambush. Choose a set-aside villain at random. So we're going to shuffle these guys up. And we put that villain into play. So we're getting Electro here with the active counter on him. And he's going to activate against us right here. And then also in expert mode, plays 2 threat on this side scheme. So let's get 2 more threats. So it goes back up to 13. Okay. So Electro is attacking us. We're gonna draw a card with Spider Sense. Nick Fury defends. Electro's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card here of a boost effect. Put this minion into play. So Nick Fury actually only takes 1 damage here. In extra mode, the life size decoy gains toughness. And then the engaged player cannot thwart side schemes while life size decoy is in play here. Okay, and we get 1 face down encounter card for 2 encounter cards. And first one here is Partnership of Pain. When reviewed in hero form, the villain with the highest activation order attacks you with plus X attack, where that's equals to the total attack of all other villains in play. So no other villain, so he's just hitting with a base of 1. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates again, so we can draw another card. And let's have Ironheart defend this attack. So it's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card here of 2 for 3 damage. Ironheart is defeated. And we have 1 more encounter card here, which is Assault. The villain attacks you. So Electro is going to attack us again. We draw another card with Spider Sense. We got a backflip, so let's just take it. Actually, should we defend it? No, we just take it because you know it's just 1. So it's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card here of 2 for 3 damage. We will use a backflip. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent all that damage. So Electro's force response, he must attack and do damage to us. So none of those attacks did any damage. Something will happen with his force response. Okay, and then it is back to our turn here. And at the end of the round, Nick Fury is still in play. He gets discarded. Okay. Let's get the Avengers Mansion down here. So we will use, I think we want to get Coast into. So let's use this as 4 resources. So we can play Avengers Mansion. Exhaust it so we can draw a card. And then let's use this as 3 resources so we can play Agent Coulson. When it enters play, we can search our deck and discard pile for a preparation card. So let's get that Spycraft back into our hand. Exhaust this Web Shooter here to generate a resource. And it's out of Web Fluid. So we can play Spycraft down. Play only if you control a spy character. We have 1 in Agent Coulson. When you review an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel effects of that card, and then review another card from the encounter deck. Okay. Let's see here. So we cannot thwart side schemes, but we can still beat cop it. So we're going to exhaust both beat cops to move 2 threat away from the side scheme to each beat cop. And this one now has 5. Beat cop's effect bypasses a thwart action from the life size decoy, so we can still remove threat from the side scheme here. Next, let's have SPDR swing at the life size decoy to ping off tough. She'll take a consequential damage. Coulson will thwart for 2 from the main scheme, and he will take a consequential damage. That will, Spiderman has 2 attack. Let's swing for 2 at the life size decoy. That will end our turn. Let's ready back up. And then draw it back up to our hand size of 5. Okay. So it is the villain's turn. 1 threat to the main scheme. Electro attacks us. Spider Sense activates, so we draw a card. Let's take it. He's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card of 2 for 3 damage. We will use a backflip. When you take any amount of damage, we can prevent all that damage and jump out of the way. This guy attacks us for 0. Nothing happens with that. And then we get 1 face down encounter card. Another life size decoy here. With, let's see, in expert mode, he has toughness. Yeah, okay. Okay, back to our turn. Let's see, we cannot thwart side schemes, but we can still remove it with different effects. Let's use Avengers Mansion first so we can draw a card. Okay, let's see here. Should we get rid of Electro? Or should we actually get rid of these life-size decoys that are actually kind of annoying? Okay, I think we want to get rid of the life-size decoys because Electro's not that much of a threat right here. Okay, so first, let's have SPDR thwart. She cannot thwart side scheme, so we're going to thwart the main scheme here. She's going to take 2 consequential damage with her effect, come back to our hand. We can draw a card with the effect of the Web of Life and Destiny here. Okay, and Spiderman gets +1 attack because of web where ally left play with the effect of the War of the Great Web. So we're swinging for 3 to defeat this life-size decoy. Next, let's use this as 2 resources. So we can play SPDR back down again. She will swing at the life-size, as this life-size decoy to pink off tough. And she will take a consequential damage. And right now I'm kind of tempted to defeat the life-size decoy. I do want to, okay, first let's exhaust both B-Cops to get 2 threat off of this side scheme right here, which will bypass the life-size decoy because it's not a thwart action. And if we defeat Electro, we can get 7 threat off of here. That'll bring it down to 2. And then we can just keep the life-size decoy in play. I think let's do that. So this would be 3 resources. So we can play a swinging web kick and hit Electro for 8. Electro only has 8 hit points, so he will be defeated and put back set aside. Remove 4 threat from a side scheme when defeated. 7 threat instead if there are no other villains in play. So we can take 7 threat off of here. This bypasses the life-size decoy's effect because we're not thwarting the side scheme. So let's take 7 off of here. So it goes from a 9 down to 2. Okay, and then we have Coulson here. He can't thwart that. So Coulson's going to swing at 1 at this life-size decoy. And he will take a consequential damage. Oops. Okay, and then I think we want to, let's keep both these in our hand. Let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is the villain's turn. 1 threat to the main scheme. When a villain would activate, if no villains in play, resolve this card's ambush ability. So we can shuffle up the 6 Sinister Six villains, and we randomly put 1 into play, and the active counter on him. So we got Kraven this time. And then, let's see, an Eskimo plays 2 threat on light at the end here. So this will go up to 4 from 2. Okay, so Kraven's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates, so we can draw a card here. And let's see, Kraven's effect after he activates is he makes this card an upgrade or support. I think I actually want to try to take that damage because let's see. No, okay, let's not. We're just gonna play it safe, I think. Okay, we're not actually. We have because I think we try to win the game here because we got Pavitri. Let's try to do it. Okay, so let's take the attack. Kraven's hitting with a base of 2 plus a boost card here of 2 plus a boost effect. In expert mode, this card gets +2 boost icons for its activation. So it's gonna be 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. We're gonna take that, dropping from 13 down to 7 hit points. And since Kraven attacked into damage us, his force response will activate. Choose and discard 1 support or upgrade you control, then move the active counter to the next villain activation order. He's only 1, so it stays here. We will discard, I'm tempted to get rid of the endurance actually. We could do Spycraft as well. Let's do Spycraft because we have the enhanced Spider Sense here. So we're discarding Spycraft. Life-size decoy attacks us, does no damage because he has 0 attack. 1 encounter card, which is take 1 for the team. You cannot attack villains who do not have this. So nothing matters because we don't have any other villain. And that will go to Kraven. Okay. And then let's see, we can try to end the game here. Okay. We cannot thwart side schemes with the life-size decoy. Okay. So let's exhaust B-Cop for a second effect. Exhaust B-Cop and discard it to do damage to minion for non-threat on here. So we're going to do 6 damage to the life-size decoy here. Discard this B-Cop, and that would defeat the life-size decoy. So now we can thwart side schemes. Okay, SPDR, actually let's see, should we get Pavitri down first? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get Pavitri down. So this would be, actually let's first use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Okay, next. This will be right here. 3 resource when paying for a yellow card because of the power of justice, so we can play Pavitri. When he enters play, we can remove 1 threat from the scheme for each web ward card we control, including himself. So we have the Web of Life and Destiny, Spiderman because of the Word of Great Web, SPDR, and Pavitri, so 4 threat off of this side scheme here. That will flip this over to like at the end chase side. So force interrupt when the last threat is removed from this scheme, resolve the ambush ability on the main scheme, and then flip this card. So the ambush ability here is choose a set aside villain at random, so we get another one. And then we put it into play here. So we have Electro here. And then let's see, put it into play, place an active counter on it. And then place 2 threat at light at the end here. Okay, so we get 2 threat here. It starts off with 5 and hindered 10, so it's gonna have 15 more. Okay. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't think we have enough to get rid of it this turn. Okay, so first, let's have SPDR thwart for 2 from this side scheme to bring us from whatever it is down a little bit. She will take excess consequential damage, come back to her hand with her effect. We can draw a card with effect the Web of Life and Destiny here. And then if we can kill both of these guys, but we're short on resources, I think. Spiderman has 4 attack. 5, 6, 7, 8. We may, it's gonna be super duper. Let's see. I think, okay. So Spiderman has +1 attack because of Web War Al left play. So we can only actually hit Kraven because we can't attack villains that don't have this thing on it. So okay, we just gotta play a swing web kick here. So let's play this using, I think, these as 3 resources. Yeah, okay, so we're going to use this as 3 resources to play a swing web kick and hit Kraven for 8. So he takes 8 damage. Pavitri will swing for 1. That would defeat Kraven because he has 9 hit points. So he gets set aside again. And then Pavitri takes a consequential damage. When Kraven is defeated, remove 4 threat from a side scheme. So let's get 4 off of here. Okay, we can exhaust Beat Cop. That'll get 1 threat off of the side scheme. So this Beat Cop will now have 4 threat on here. And then, let's see, we can't do anything else. So we're gonna be short a little bit. If we could defeat Electro, that would have been enough. Spiderman has, let's see, +1 attack, so 3 attack. Okay, Spiderman will swing for 3 at Electro to do 3 damage to him. He has 5 hit points left. And that will end our turn. So let's ready back up. I'm gonna draw back up to our hand size, but we decked out, so we get a face down encounter card here. And let's shuffle up the discard pile back into the deck. And unfortunately, we do have the hazard icon from this light at the end, so we get another encounter card. We're gonna have 3 here. That's why I really want to try to get rid of it on this turn. That's okay. Okay, and drawing 1 more card back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so let's see. It is the villain's turn, adding 1 to the main scheme. Electro attacks us, Spider Sense activates, so we can draw a card. Let's have Coulson defend this attack, hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card here of 0. Coulson does not survive, he is defeated. Whoops. Okay. And then we get 2 encounter cards with the hazard icon here. So we just gotta deal with these 3 encounter cards here. All right, first one is coordinated effort. Each enemy gains an acceleration icon. That is okay. This has 6 threat on here. Next encounter card is heightened morale, attached to whatever villain it is, and then X is equal to the number of villains in play. So he gets +1 attack for a total of 2 attack. That's okay too. Surprise. In extra mode, this card gains surge and cannot be cancelled. So it's going to surge into another encounter card. Resolve the ambush ability on the main scheme. If no villain was put into play, place 3 threat on light at the end. So we're going to resolve ambush. So let's shuffle up these villains here. And we'll get another one put into play, Doc Ock. And then let's see, put into play, place an active counter on Doc Ock here. And then let's see, in extra mode, place 2 threat on light at the end. Okay, and then last encounter card, because that one surged, Partnership of Pain. In hero form, the villain with the highest activation order attacks you. So Electro is going to attack us with +X attack, where X is equal to the total attack of all other villains in play. So +2 attack, 3, This is another +2, so it's gonna be a base of 5. So Electro attacks us. We draw a card with Spider Sense first. We could have canceled with Enhanced Spider Sense, but that's okay. I think let's have Pavitri defend this attack. So it's hitting with a base of 5, I believe, plus 3 more for a total of 8 damage. Pavitri is defeated. We can draw a card with the effect of the Web of Life and Destiny because of Web Warrior ally left play. Okay, and it is back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card here. And do we have the damage? That's pretty much all we're looking for. So we can kill Doc Ock with a swing web kick. And then, yeah, we definitely do have enough damage for the other guy because we can play Moon Girl and then flip back over. Yeah, okay, so I think we have the kill shot here. Let's first use this as 3 resources. So we can play a swinging web kick. And we're going to hit Doc Ock for 8. He has 8 hit points, so he is defeated, and the active counter will go onto Electro here. And with this, that doesn't change anything with that attack. So Doc Ock gets set aside, and then with his when defeated, remove 4 threat from the side scheme. So let's get 4 off of here, like at the end. So go down to 8 threat now. Okay, and then let's exhaust B Cop. That'll get 1 threat from here over to here. So B Cop now has 5 threat on it. Okay, and this has 7 left, so we can get rid of that 7, and we can win the game. Okay, so Spiderman is going to attack, swinging for 2 at Electro. So Electro now has 5 damage and 3 hit points left. And then let's flip over to Peter Parker. Use Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be 2 more mental resources for a total of 3, so we can play Moon Girl. With Moon Girl's effect, we can draw 3 cards because we use 3 mental resources to pay for. So that would be the resources to pay for Lady Spider here. And then let's just go ahead and use this as 4 resources so we can play Lady Spider. And then Moon Girl will swing for 2 at Electro. So Electro has 1 hit point left. Moon Girl takes consequential damage. And then Lady Spider is going to swing for 2 at Electro. That will defeat Electro. Discarding the heightened morale here. And then whenever he is defeated, remove 4 threat from the side scheme, 7 threat instead. If there are no other villains in play, there are none. So we can take 7 threat off of light at the end here. There's 7 left. Clearing the remainder of that. When the last threat is removed from this scheme, the players escape and win the game. And that is the Sinister Six on expert mode.